good, y'all? Welcome to Ready Tape, and today we're going to be talking about our two premier running backs. Yes, two premier running backs, because I believe not only Josh Jacobs, but Zamir White is going to be a very good running back in the league. And that's due to Josh McDaniels being his head coach. Now, we're going to hop into this video because I got a few clips for you guys from this week 1 preseason matchup going up against the Jags that I want to show you guys, because I think this is an early preview and an early sign of what we are going to see in the regular season. A running back by committee approach from Josh McDaniels. But not only that, we're going to have one of the best running back duos, because we already do have one of the best running backs, but we're going to have one of the best running back duos in the league. Now, people know I've been very critical of Josh Jacobs. I think he's lacked that breakaway speed that we really needed. And this, bringing in Zamir White, is going to add what I've always wanted in the backfield. Ever since we brought in John Gruden, which I think John Gruden was trying to do, but just didn't take the correct approach. You think about when we had Josh Jacobs and we had those certain backups. Washington, he was a bruiser. He wasn't that fast. And I kept thinking, why isn't John Gruden getting someone fast who has breakaway speed that could hit one cut, hit a guy, and then be gone? And it would really relieve Josh Jacobs of a lot of pressure. Not only pressure, but that ground and pound style that he had to take, all that punishment. So you go out and you get Washington, then you go get Booker, another bruiser who's slow. Then you get Kenyon Drake. Finally, we get a guy that shows off some speed, but we just seen the production wasn't really there, and also he ended up with an injury. We didn't really get to see what I believe we'll see this year with Zamir White and Josh Jacobs, which we probably seen a little bit of what Josh McDaniels was able to do last year with the rookie running back in Rhemondre Stevenson, which I don't think they give enough credit for. They always want to talk about Mac Jones. Mac Jones, look what Josh McDaniels did with the rookie quarterback and was able to do all of that and get to the playoffs. Well, why don't you talk about how his running back committee was actually very good? Because when you look at it, last year, the Patriots weren't even top 10 in any throwing or any passing category. They weren't top 10 in touchdowns, passing yards, attempts, none of that. So when you look at the running back stats, though, they were top 10 in basically every statistic in attempts, yards, and touchdowns. So when you look at that, you got to think he was able to do that with Damien Harris and Rhemondre Stevenson, a rookie running back. I think you should be able to do it with Josh Jacobs and Zamir White. So that brings me to this, man. If y'all can, y'all know what to do, man. Rate that like button. If y'all want to make a play and y'all like videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. I appreciate y'all being here. And check out Redemption Brand if y'all want to cop any dope gear. You know what it is, man. Without further ado, let's rate the tape. Y'all, as we know, Zamir White just came back to the team last week going into training camp, and he was working on some drills. And I really want to emphasize on this because coming out of college, he had to share the backfield with other running backs in Georgia. One of those being James Cook, Dalvin Cook's brother, who was well known as a receiving back drafted by the Buffalo Bills now. So I definitely want to emphasize on this passing game and see he was working on these drills. Now let's go ahead and fast forward into this game and see he was really actually getting that work in the game, even though he's not known for it coming out of college. Let's go ahead and start at the top of the play, and you'll see we're in a shotgun situation. First things first, we've seen the play. He gets his catch out of the backfield. But the first thing I want to point out to us Raider fans is you want to get a better chip, especially from a guy this big and especially from a guy that's very aggressive when he runs the football. You would love to see him knock that defender on his ass, but instead he kind of gives this kind of whiff, kind of block, and it doesn't really do anything, or I should say chip. He does end up catching the football and gaining another about 5 yards, I would say. So that's a very good end of the run there by him. Very aggressive run, able to spin around and get an extra yard. We'd want to see a better chip on that one. We move on to the next play, though, and it seems like it's a habitual problem because you go to the next play, and there it is again. Let's watch it one more time. The defender doesn't even seem like he moves, right? Defender doesn't even seem like he moves. And what ends up happening is an incomplete pass. So I would have liked to see him chip in both of those situations, a little bit more aggressive on those. And then here is just a chemistry thing, in my opinion. He kind of hesitates right there, and I think that he knows there's infield defenders, so he wants to break it outside. Mullins releases it really late, in my opinion. You watch the motion here. He's not even ready to throw it. Can't really get that, but Zamir was already in his break by the time he throws the football. So that was kind of interesting. So it ends up being an incomplete pass. Now, when you go into this next play, this is a very good play in open field by not only Zamir White, but these offensive linemen. You get the drop back. Nice setup by Stidham here. Number 9. Dylan Parham gets out wide, shows his athleticism, why he went from tight end to center to guard. In this snap, he's at center, able to get out there, create a lane. Could call for a block in the back, but not really because the defender kind of ran back into him. Look at Cotton 67 out there, though. Big shout out to him. Played a very well game. Threw that defender down initially on this play. Because when you go back, let's watch it from the top one more time. Zamir White setting it up for a screenplay. Watch 67. You can see 67 near the top of your screen. Dylan Parham is the center in this situation. But watch Cotton throw his man to the floor. So he can get upfield to help Zamir White. There's Parham coming from the center position, number 66, to get out wide, create a lane, and Zamir White just follows his blocks and get upfield. That's a tough man to tackle as well. You don't want DBs don't want to tackle that guy, okay? I can tell you that right now. Him and Jacobs, that's a tough task. Looked like it started out as a misdirection. Oh, nope. A little somewhat kind of like a delay. You can call that with a lead block out there. Beautiful lead block by the fullback. Zamir White's able to slash through. And here is where I would like to see Zamir White finish that guy. Run through him. You're in the middle of the field. You run through that guy. Please don't do this stutter step, trying to juke to the side stuff. I'm not a big fan of that. But you do see that beautiful block by the fullback right there. Watch the fullback go upfield. Beautiful block by him. You can see his silver hat here comes up and pops Chad Muma. Creates a beautiful lane for Zamir White to slash through. As you go forward in the video, in this clip, there it is. Then he does a stutter step. Good tackle by Andre Cisco, though. A safety I did like coming out of the draft last year. Moving on to this next play, we get a toss to the outside. Now, this toss to the outside is lethal. We're getting to the run game, and we're getting to the plays that we'd love to see from a Zamir White kind of style runner. Nasty hit up against the Jaguars defender. Dude fell off of him. Let's listen to this one more quick. Let's listen to this real quick. Sheesh. Ooh. Brutal hit from Zamir White on that one. He just, my goodness. You're going to have to tackle him and Josh Jacobs. Good luck. Good luck to the defenders because that is going to be a terrible day for you. All I got to say. It's going to be a terrible day for you. I don't think I'd want to be out there making these tackles. And that's not a DB. That's a damn linebacker. My goodness. That's our running back, nation. That's our running back. Okay, now we go into this next play. Another short situation. Let's go back and you see in this situation, this was a 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1, ladies and gentlemen. We get the first down, slicing through. Love to see it. Here we're in a 4th and 1 situation. We get to a 4th and 1 situation. Beautiful down block by the receiver there, number 10. I think that's Matt Collins. But here he's able to slice through easily. Nearly jumps over the line. And this is easy work. Our line was just blocking so well. It's hard to tell whether Zamir White is going to be able to continue this or if this offensive line and everybody else was able to block very well. Oh, here's that block by what's his name? Here's the block by the fullback from another angle because I just felt like it was a beautiful block. He just sets it up beautifully to help the running back get another 5 to 10 yards on that one. Great setup by the fullback, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in, yo. If y'all like this video, make sure to rate that like button. Y'all know what it is. And do your touchdown dance. Make a play. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. Shout out to all of the nation, everybody in the football world that watched this. I appreciate y'all being with me today. And until next time, y'all, rate the tape.